In the realm of language, we often find ourselves recounting conversations, sharing stories, or simply relaying information spoken by others. Whether it's a casual chat with friends, a formal meeting at work, or a significant event being reported in the news, the way we convey spoken words can greatly impact the clarity and effectiveness of our communication. This act of reporting speech can take two forms: direct and indirect. Direct speech involves quoting the exact words spoken by someone, often enclosed in quotation marks. Indirect speech, on the other hand, involves paraphrasing or summarizing what was said, without necessarily using the speaker's exact words. Imagine you're a journalist reporting on a press conference or a friend sharing a conversation with a loved one. In both scenarios, the choice between direct and indirect speech can influence how the message is perceived and understood by the audience. Direct speech can add a sense of immediacy and authenticity, while indirect speech can provide a more concise and interpretative account. Understanding how to effectively convey these spoken words is essential for clear communication. Mastering the use of direct and indirect speech allows us to accurately represent the original speaker's intent and meaning, while also adapting the message to suit the context and audience. This essay delves into the fascinating world of direct and indirect speech, exploring their nuances, sentence structures, and the intriguing role of the passive voice. We'll examine how different languages handle these forms of speech, and how cultural context can influence the way we report spoken words. Along the way, we'll uncover the secrets of transforming one form of speech into another while mastering the art of punctuation. Punctuation plays a crucial role in direct speech, helping to clearly distinguish the quoted words from the rest of the text. In indirect speech, understanding the rules of tense and pronoun changes is key to maintaining clarity and coherence. Get ready to embark on a journey that will empower you to report speech with accuracy and finesse. By the end of this exploration, you'll have a deeper appreciation for the subtleties of language and the skills to effectively communicate spoken words in both direct and indirect forms. Direct speech is like a direct quote. It captures the exact words spoken by a person, preserving the original phrasing and emotion. It's the exact words someone said, presented within quotation marks. These marks are essential as they indicate that the words are not paraphrased or summarized, but are the speaker's original words. Imagine a conversation between two friends. John asks, "Have you seen the new Star Wars movie?" Mary responds with excitement, "Yes, it was absolutely incredible." This exchange is a perfect example of direct speech. In this example, "Have you seen the new Star Wars movie?" And "Yes, it was absolutely incredible," are examples of direct speech. The quotation marks clearly show that these are the exact words spoken by John and Mary. We are hearing the exact words spoken by John and Mary, enclosed within quotation marks to signal their direct utterances. This method of writing allows us to capture the speaker's tone, emotion, and intent. Direct speech is a powerful tool for adding immediacy and authenticity to our writing. It brings the reader closer to the action and makes the dialogue more engaging and realistic. It allows the reader to hear the speaker's voice and experience the emotion of the moment. By using direct speech, writers can create vivid and dynamic scenes that draw readers into the story, making them feel as if they are part of the conversation. Additionally, direct speech can help to develop characters by revealing their personalities, thoughts, and feelings through their own words. This technique is especially useful in storytelling, journalism, and any form of writing where capturing the essence of a conversation is important. So, next time you want to make your writing more lively and authentic, consider using direct speech. It's a simple yet effective way to bring your characters and their interactions to life. Direct speech can be expressed using various sentence structures, adding depth and complexity to our communication. Let's explore these structures with examples. "The sky is blue," remarked Sarah. "I love to read," said Tom, "and I especially enjoy mystery novels." Although she was tired, Emily whispered, "I think I can finish this chapter." As you can see, direct speech can be incorporated into a variety of sentence structures, making our writing more engaging and dynamic. Indirect speech, also known as reported speech, is a way of relaying what someone said without using their exact words. It is a useful tool in both writing and speaking, allowing us to convey messages more fluidly and naturally. Instead of using quotation marks, we paraphrase the speaker's message and integrate it into our own sentence structure. This means we often change the pronouns, verb tenses, and other parts of the sentence to fit the context of our own narrative. For example, let's revisit the conversation between John and Mary. In direct speech, John might say, "Have you seen the new Star Wars movie?" And Mary might reply, "Yes, I have. It's absolutely incredible." However, in indirect speech, we would rephrase this as, John asked Mary if she had seen the new Star Wars movie. Mary exclaimed that she had, and that it was absolutely incredible. Notice how the direct quotes are transformed into a more integrated form of speech. Notice how the original words have been rephrased and integrated into the sentence structure without quotation marks. This transformation often involves changing the tense of the verbs. For instance, have seen becomes had seen to match the past tense context. Indirect speech allows for a smoother flow of information and is often used when summarizing longer speeches or conversations. It helps in making the narrative more cohesive and less choppy. Additionally, it can be particularly useful in academic writing, journalism, and everyday communication, where summarizing and paraphrasing are essential skills. By mastering indirect speech, you can become a more effective communicator, able to relay information accurately and efficiently. Indirect speech can be expressed using various sentence structures similar to direct speech. However, indirect speech often relies on complex sentences to convey the reported information effectively. For example, simple sentence, "He said he was tired." Complex sentence, "She mentioned that she would be late because of traffic." Indirect speech allows for flexibility in sentence structure, enabling us to choose the most appropriate option for the context. Indirect speech often employs embedded clauses, which are like mini-sentences nestled within larger sentences. These clauses add layers of information and create a more sophisticated grammatical structure. For instance, in the sentence "She said that she would be late," the clause that she would be late is embedded within the main sentence. These embedded clauses are essential for conveying the full meaning of the reported speech in an indirect manner. Mastering the art of embedded clauses is crucial for constructing grammatically sound and clear indirect speech. The passive voice can add an air of objectivity or formality to reported speech. It shifts the focus from the speaker to the action itself. For example, active voice. The manager announced, "The meeting is postponed." Passive voice. It was announced that the meeting was postponed. In the passive voice example, the focus is on the announcement itself, rather than on the manager who made it. This can be useful when the speaker's identity is less important than the information being conveyed. Converting direct to indirect speech involves a series of grammatical adjustments. These include tense changes. Verb tenses often shift to maintain consistency with the reporting verb. For example, "I am tired" becomes "he said he was tired." Pronoun shifts. Pronouns may change to reflect the speaker and listener in the reported speech. For instance, "I love my car" becomes "he said he loved his car." Time and place expressions. Words like today, tomorrow, here and there may need to be adjusted to reflect the new context of the reported speech. Mastering these conversions is key to accurately and effectively reporting speech in an indirect manner. Punctuation plays a vital role in both direct and indirect speech, ensuring clarity and preventing misinterpretations. In direct speech, quotation marks enclose the spoken words, while commas, question marks, and exclamation points are placed within the quotation marks. In indirect speech, punctuation helps to distinguish between the reporting clause and the reported clause, ensuring that the meaning is clear. Paying close attention to punctuation is essential for conveying the nuances of speech and avoiding grammatical errors. Even experienced writers can stumble when it comes to direct and indirect speech. Common errors include incorrect tense shifts. Maintaining consistent verb tenses is crucial for accurate reporting. Misplaced punctuation. Quotation marks and commas must be placed correctly to avoid confusion. Overusing indirect speech. While indirect speech is useful, overusing it can make writing sound dull and monotonous. By being mindful of these common pitfalls, we can improve the clarity and accuracy of our writing. Mastering direct and indirect speech, like any skill, requires practice. By engaging in exercises that involve transforming sentences, Identifying errors and crafting our own examples, we can develop a strong command of these grammatical concepts. The more we practice, the more natural and effortless using direct and indirect speech will become, enhancing our ability to communicate effectively in both written and spoken English.